Hey guys, what's up? Good day to everyone. Pasay Baller here. We are now on this first game for this March 24, 2022 NBA Game Day. We got Cleveland Cavaliers with a record of 41 and 31, visiting Toronto Raptors with a record of 40 wins and 32 losses. The game will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 7:30 a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. All right. Well, first off, let's talk about the standings of these two teams. Man, this game is actually very interesting. Because first off, Cleveland Cavaliers, they are at number six. For the last 10 games, they have won five, so they're actually doing good. It's just that approaching this game, they're coming off a loss. Now, here's what's makes it what makes this one interesting. Right behind them at number seven are the Toronto Raptors. Um, for their last 10 games, they have won six, and just like Cleveland Cavaliers, they are approaching this game with a loss. So again, number six and number seven, the record of Cleveland is 41-31. The record of Toronto is 40 and 32. If ever Toronto beats Cleveland Cavaliers, that will tie them up at 41 and 32. If ever Cleveland wins, then that will create some sort of separation between the two. And I'm pretty sure that both teams would want to hit that number six spot, and they don't want to go through that mini tournament that can actually cost them their playoff chances, right? Okay, so let's take a look at these two teams. What do we have here? Of course, Toronto Raptors, they would have the home court advantage. In terms of momentum, yeah, I gotta give it to Toronto Raptors still, because for the last 10 games, they have won six, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Yeah, they have won six. Cleveland Cavaliers are also doing good, but they have just won five, so I gotta give the slight advantage towards Toronto. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams were able to rest up last night. So let's take a look at the injury list for both teams. For Cleveland Cavaliers, we have four players out for them. That's Rajon Rondo, Dean Wade, Jarrett Allen, and Colin Sexton. Again, four players out for Cleveland: Rondo, Wade, Allen, and Sexton. Now let's go to the Toronto Raptors. Okay, Anunoby and Malachi Flynn, they are both out for this game. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Anunoby is tagged as questionable for this game. Malachi Flynn is actually out. OG Anunoby is listed as questionable, along with Gary Trent Jr. All right, so there you go. Just want to clarify something. So again, Malachi Flynn is the one listed out, and both Anunoby and Gary Trent Jr. are listed questionable for Toronto Raptors. Right, so let's take a look at the spread for these two teams. I've checked it earlier, but I just want to make sure that there have been no changes whatsoever. Well, there have been. Initially, it opened up with Toronto Raptors, the home team, with -4. As we speak now, it is at -4.5. All right, now this is a very interesting game. I can't afford to miss this. And this is actually again almost a do or die battle for that number six spot. You know what I'm saying? If Cleveland Cavaliers wins, if Cleveland Cavaliers win, then they would create some sort of separation for Toronto between them and Toronto Raptors. What if Toronto Raptors win? Then they will actually tie it up with Cleveland Cavaliers and not I haven't checked the schedule of both teams, but that creates a perfect opportunity for Toronto Raptors to grab that number six spot and push Cleveland Cavaliers down to number seven. Right, either way, this one would be hard, man. I checked on the spread; it is at -4.5 now for Toronto Raptors. They are the home team. They are healthier if we would make some comparisons to Cleveland Cavaliers, but I gotta be honest, I'm not really that satisfied with the way Van Vliet has been playing ever since he came back. The last game that Toronto Raptors had was against Chicago Bulls. They lost by double digits. And again, I wasn't that satisfied with how Van Vliet played on that game. I'm not sure how healthy he really is because it's been a while since he was actually out, right? And when he was out and when he was back, he wasn't like the usual Van Vliet that we know. Maybe it's about the form, or rust or whatever. But again, I am not really that satisfied. Now with Gary Trent still on questionable status, um, for me it'll just be hard for Toronto Raptors if Van Vliet won't really be Van Vliet, and if Gary Trent would not be able to play as well, because those two men are just they're killers. They are very good shooters, man. So if they won't have Van Vliet the same way they have him, at the same time they won't have Gary Trent, that might be trouble for Toronto Raptors. Now, for Cleveland Cavaliers, they are starting to get used to the fact that Allen is actually out for quite some time. I think I've read an article saying that he will be back by the end of the season, before the playoffs starts. So I think they're getting used to it. Love, Ed Davis, Markkanen, Mobley. They're actually trying to help one another to defend the paint at the same time, dominate the paint, waiting for those drop passes, waiting for those lobs that Garland and along with the other guards do. Um, this one's really hard. This one's really hard because anytime Van Vliet can actually explode, and anytime, who knows, maybe Garrett Trent will be playing, and that will be a headache for Cleveland Cavaliers. But for me, I'm gonna take my chance and roll my dices with Cleveland Cavaliers. I just have a feeling that Cleveland Cavaliers would have an advantage inside the paint. And because of what's going on with Toronto Raptors, with what's going on in their outside shooting, I think Cleveland Cavaliers would at least cover the spread of 3.5. Don't be afraid though if Cleveland Cavaliers would actually win the game outright. Cavs plus 4.5. I'm sorry. Cavs plus 4.5. Peace out. Pasay love and God bless.